you've been held back by your beliefs your entire life. Everything that you've done has been thoroughly dictated by what you believe. You've been almost encouraged to do things just the way that you think about them. Been encouraged to just never go out of your train of thought, to never try something that you wouldn't agree with. You've always been led to believe that it's so much better to just follow your beliefs just the way that they are. But what if I told you that that is not the right way to do it? What if I told you that that is actually surprisingly the wrong way to do it? In this video, I want to talk about the modern beliefs that we have implanted in our brain or have been implanted in our brain and how we can get rid of them. So, first point I want to make, your entire life you've been just everything you've done, every action that you've made, truly think about it. Ever since you were a kid, you've been just led to believe that that is the right way to do it. Just follow your beliefs entirely, never do anything if it feels wrong. Never do anything if it's painful for you, if it's bad, if it's not pleasant in the present moment. Like this is one of the beliefs, that's been just put out there, bro. Don't do something if it's bad, if it feels bad for you. But they don't specify when it feels bad and for how long it feels bad. Because if you think about it, any kind of actual good long-term situation that you're going to be in, you will have to put in hard work for it. And that hard work will feel bad in the moment. It will feel like unpleasant, feel like maybe it'll even feel like it's not right for you in the present moment, but in the future you'll be so glad that you did it. This is the same thing, right? So this is a belief that's been implanted in your mind, in your brain, right? Now think, if you truly think about it, you have like so many thoughts in your mind, which if you truly spend like a minute to think right now, how many of those thoughts were you actually thinking of? How many of those things did you actually realize yourself? Like how many of those conclusions that you have in your mind about all kinds of things, how did you end up to those conclusions? You'll realize that so many of those things that you thought, like all those thoughts that you have, all those beliefs that you have, you never even like truly thought about them. They were just like implanted in your mind, and that was it, bro. And then your entire life you lived with those things. And I've realized this a while back, and this is honestly fucking interesting, bro. Like how many things out there that we believe that there's just that we never even like truly thought about. We just believe them because it's like we think it's the general truth, but we never truly spend some time to think, right? So, for example, let's take this belief, right? That okay, well, don't do what feels bad, what feels painful. Don't do it. If it's bad for you, don't do it. You know. You never truly thought about it, did you? You just lived your entire life just believing it. Or you probably have this issue. Your self-confidence is not that great, and you've just secretly been believing like it's just something that's just fundamental at this point, right? You just think that okay, I'm not good with people. That's another belief. I'm an introverted person. I'm an extroverted person. Those are beliefs. Those are beliefs that have been implanted in your mind, and you don't even know why. You don't even know how. They were just there from the start, and you've just, maybe your parents, maybe the school that you were in, when you were younger, like this is when beliefs truly sink in you, right? So if you're young and your parents just tell you, oh, or they talk to somebody else about you and you're there, you can hear it. Or if it just becomes like a characteristic of yours, that maybe you're introverted. Maybe when you were younger, you were a bit shy to speak to random people or something, right? And your parents, they just talked over people, or they just randomly mention it. Oh, he's just an introverted person, right? He's shy around people. Bro, your young ass dumb brain, your monkey brain, it will literally just believe it, because your parents, the people who gave you life, like your brain is just gonna truly believe it, because at that point it's not even like something. It's not, your brain doesn't know it's their opinion. Your brain doesn't know that it's what they think. They, at that age, you're so dependent on your parents. Like everything they say for you, it's like godly. That's why there's so many older people out there, who they might have not had the best childhoods. Maybe they actually had pretty bad childhoods. Abuse, physical, mental abuse. All kinds of shit like that. Those people, they will live a life, which might not be that great. Because they have those implanted beliefs about them. From when they were younger, maybe their parents, through all this abuse, they literally just led them to believe that they were not worth it. That they were just meaningless, that they had no purpose, right? They were like, they had no importance to the world, through the actions that were going on in their family or anywhere else, bro. It's not necessarily about, this is not just about family. It's about, things which were important in your childhood or in your younger years, or things which are just constantly put out there through social media, through any kind of media, for example, in the modern society in general. Men don't cry. That's another belief. Of course I fucking cry, bro. I just don't cry in front of you, bro. I don't want to see you like just being a pathetic little pussy in front of you, bro. No, of course I cry. But I don't cry in front of you. So because I don't cry in front of you, it's just somehow it's become a fundamental truth that men don't cry. Another belief, implanted belief. There's just so many beliefs like that in your mind. And another one, bro, another one which might be the most harmful to you is the one that you're not capable of doing something. Oh, I cannot do that because I'm not good at math. Oh, I cannot do this homework because I don't like English. I don't like physics. I don't like chemistry. Oh, well, I cannot work out because uh some fucking bullshit, right? Your brain comes up with excuses, right? And it's just, bro, why would you trust your brain? I mean, look where it got you. Chances are right now you're not in a good place. You're not in a good fucking place, are you? You've been living a life of pleasure. You've been indulging in instant gratification and all those activities which literally just led you down a path of misery, of unfulfillment, of expecting and wanting more from yourself but not really getting it. So you're like just living in this gray zone at the middle, like you have bad and good here, you feel bad here, you feel good here, and you're just in the middle. Like just it's just it's much worse than just actually being in the bad zone or being in the good zone, because actually you actually know where you are. You're just in the middle, you're gray. So you kind of from time to time you're like, okay, I'm good right now. No, I'm actually bad right now. You're literally just at the middle. You feel unfulfilled, you feel shit about yourself without even knowing. You're slowly losing respect for yourself every day when you're not changing something in your life, you know? So that's where that's where your brain got you. So I just don't understand, why would you keep trusting your brain? Why would you keep looking towards your brain for advice? Why would you keep trying to use your brain as your mechanism of thinking? Because look where it got you, bro. Your brain is not as perfect. Your mind is not as perfect as you might want to think. And you need to understand it, because that is so important. You cannot trust your brain 100% of the time. Every time there's something hard that you have to do, every time there's something that you might not want to do, you don't trust your brain. You don't fucking trust your brain. Every time you have to exercise and you have to put in, like, you have to lift, you're going to the gym, you're lifting weights, you're fucking in pain right there. You're feeling in pain and you just want to stop because your body's like, okay, that's enough. You're feeling pain. That's enough. It's pain. It's not good for you. It's pain. If you stop then, you're not gonna make proper gains, because you haven't ripped the muscle, you haven't done that muscle tear, which will reheal and just, become a stronger muscle, essentially doing what you've been intentioning to do. There's just so many beliefs that your brain has which don't fit you. The fact that you still go on about your brain, you still believe what your brain says, it's just gonna bring you down, because your brain, it's still living by old standards. You're trying to raise yourself to new standards, right? You're trying to go past the old life that you used to live, right? Why would you keep trusting your brain, which is, it hasn't evolved in the same way as you have? It's weird, I know, but like, there's a part of your brain which hasn't evolved. There's the rational part of your brain which thinks about the rational things, and there's the passion, like the emotional part of your brain, which literally just handles all emotions, all feelings, everything. And if you listen to that part of your brain, if you listen to the part of your brain which is all about passions, about feelings, about sentiments, all those things, bro, if you listen to that part of your brain, you're just gonna end up back where you started, because this is what you've been doing your entire life, because this is what you've been led to believe, that you should be emotional, that you should just follow your you should never stray out of your comfort zone. So you should just follow that part of your brain which keeps you in the comfort zone, which never lets you improve, which never lets you go past a certain point, reach a new limit. Don't trust your brain, bro. Look where it got you. You know what you need to do, right? You know it. There's the rational part of your brain, bro. It's telling you, that at this time you have to do this, at that time you have to do that. You know what you have to do. And the fact that you're just making up excuses, or the fact that, you're not giving all that you can in the gym. And I'm still working on that, because it's something that I think it comes with practice, I mean, you cannot just one day do like a 50% intensity workout at the gym, like you're kind of feeling a little bit of burn, but you're not really going past that, because, limited beliefs that, oh, I finished my set of whatever the fuck it was, and I'm good now, you know? If you practice, if you keep practicing, I mean, you won't be able to just go from 50% to 100% where you cannot even lift your fucking hand anymore, and you cannot even feel your entire arm if you're doing bicep curls, for example. You cannot even feel your entire fucking arm, and you're just like, your face is red, your veins are pumping blood in your head, shit like that, bro. You won't just go through 50% to 100% in like a day. No. It takes practice. It takes weeks, months, years, in some extent, to destroy certain beliefs. So take some time to think right now before you do something, or while you're doing something and you have these kinds of beliefs in your mind. Just take some time to pause the activity, or pause your brain, and really think about that thought. Really analyze where it came from, and if it's something that you didn't truly come to a conclusion yourself while you were in the rational part of your thinking, then it's obvious. It's just something that's been either implanted, or it's just your brain, it's your comfort zone just not letting you go past. There's this saying, ration over passion. I got this from a philosophy book that I read a while back. It's by Seneca, an ancient philosopher from the Roman Empire. So this guy, he basically talks about this idea that we should not trust our passions, but instead our ration. So ration over passion. We should just focus on the rational side of things, because that is going to bring us the most progress, the most fulfillment out of life. It's not going to be the passionate part of it. I mean, maybe when you're making love, when you're with a woman, passion will sometimes interfere. That's what it is. It's love. It's the way love works. It's the way a relationship with a woman should work. But your life should not be dictated by passion. Ration should be number one out there. Number one out here, up here. Passion should be here. It should be something that you lower yourself down to just when it's like, just when you're making love to a woman. That's when passion, I think, is at an all-time high in the life of a man, you know? But apart from that, it's ration, bro. It's fucking ration. It's over here. You focus on the rational part of your thinking, and you deliberately think about those beliefs that come up in your mind from time to time, when you do something hard, or when you do something that you don't want to do. Or, for example, you don't want to exercise because you feel like you're not strong enough, for example. You're maybe some kids in your school, some dipshits, they told you, oh, look, you're a fucking stick, bro. You probably cannot even lift like 10 kilos. And then you'll go to the gym and you won't lift 10 kilos because you've had that belief in your mind implanted a while back, and it's just in your mind that it's just suddenly become normal, and you're like, okay, well, I can't do it because those guys, you don't even think that those guys said it, bro. It's like, okay, I can't do it. I cannot lift 10 kilos. So you'll go for less. You'll make less progress. You'll be held back by your brain, by your mind, by your beliefs. The beliefs that you hold, the things that you think of yourself, the image that you have of yourself, the beliefs that you have about the world, about everything, they are the most important part of your self-improvement journey. Let me say that again. Your mindset, what you believe, your beliefs in your daily life, they dictate your actions. If if you don't have the right mindset, if you don't destroy the beliefs which are just holding you back, which are just keeping you in a state of, in that gray zone at the middle, right? If you're just procrastinating because of those things, then you won't ever get anywhere. You'll never get far. You'll never achieve anything. And one way I think which works best for me, and it works best for everyone else, because one tactic that I found, to just forcefully get the shit out of your mind, forcefully destroy those beliefs, you know, or silence them for good or completely. It's to forcefully implant beliefs in your mind. I'm going to say that again. Forcefully implant beliefs in your mind. So what does that mean, forcefully? Well, for example, you have to believe that, for example, I had this belief for a long time that I was not good at maths. So at school, when we had maths and everything, I was just like, oh, fuck, man, we have maths again. Shit. Oh, goddamn. Like, bro, I used to be fucking genuinely scared of my math homework. I used to just cancel it for so long because I was genuinely scared of it. Because I knew that I did not know how to do it. Because I knew that I was not good at maths, And my parents, they wanted me to do every single homework as it should be done, right? So I was scared because I did not know how to do this homework. And my parents, they expected me to have it done, right? So I was like, shit, what the fuck am I doing? I don't know maths. I don't like maths. I hate it. I hate maths, And this belief just intensified over the years, up to the point where it just became like, it was strong. It was a strong belief in my mind. But then, high school rolls around, and I'm starting to, this is after the start of my self-improvement journey. So I'm working, I'm doing my homeworks and everything. This is while I'm meditating. This is while I'm trying to be more mindful. This is what I'm trying to, you know, be just work harder. So I'm actually putting in effort. I'm actually putting effort into making those homeworks. That I'm starting to realize this is not that hard. Maths is not that hard. It is not like something impossible, like school grade math, high school grade math. It's not impossible. It's not that hard to understand and to do, bro. And it just blew my mind, because I thought to myself, I had this belief my entire life that I was not good at maths, that I could not do it in any shape or form. Like, it was just not me, you know? But now, I destroyed that belief, now I genuinely think that I'm good at it. I don't have any issue with it. Same with going to the gym, for a while I used to believe that going to the gym, it was just like this kind of foreign belief, right? This idea, like this weird idea, like, bro, who does that, bro? Like, that's weird, I mean, I only see it in movies or whatever, or something like that. That's the only time that I'll see like an actually jacked person. That's the only time I'll see somebody like actually lifting weights and, being in the zone. So, I never, up until like recently, I never really got into it, up until like a year ago. Never really got into it. But then I went to a gym, and I realized, bro, there's normal people going to this gym. There's like nothing special. And then another belief that I had was destroyed. The belief that I could not go to the gym because it was like this thing for this certain kinds of people. Like, makes no sense, does it? Now that you truly think about it, that you truly analyze your beliefs, some of them will not make sense, because they should not make sense, because they're not supposed to. They're just implanted beliefs in your mind, which they've either been there, they've made you easier to be controlled by your parents, when you were younger, or by society in general. Yeah, man. So what you should get out of this is the idea that you should forcefully implant beliefs in your mind, so that when you have this belief that you cannot do something, you say, no, no, I can do this. It's like it kind of seems proper cringe, doesn't it, when you think about it? Like, it's like you're just imagining this guy just staring in the mirror. He's like, I can do this, I can do this, I'm strong, I'm perfect, I'm not saying just literally go straight into the mirror and do that every fucking morning. No, but I'm saying every time that you have a limited belief, analyze it and then think to yourself, no, it's bullshit. I can do this. I can do this. I will do this. And just forcefully put that thought in your mind. If it's something that actually bothers you, or it's something that, it's a belief that doesn't go away that easily, just every time that you can even remember the idea of forcefully implanting your beliefs in your mind, just tell yourself, I can do this thing. I can achieve this thing, just do it, do it, do it. I did this with like my confidence, right? Because I used to have shit confidence a while back. And I used to think to myself, oh, I'm not a confident guy. I'm not a confident person. I'm a bit introverted, whatever. And then after I learned about the idea of forcefully implanting your beliefs in your own mind, I realized, okay, I'm confident. I can do this. I'm a social person, bro. I like talking to people. I actually enjoy it. What do you think happened? I naturally became more confident. Bro, I used to be like scared of going on camera. Like, if you look back on my older videos, like the ones I made like 7 months ago, they used to be about self-improvement as well, but like I was scared to look in the fucking camera, bro. I was scared to look at you right now watching this. Like, I was just intimidated by eye contact. Like, all these things, I just felt I had these limited beliefs in my mind and I did not even address them. So I did not know what was wrong, right? But now I've addressed those beliefs. And I'm here and I have no fucking issue talking to you right now. I will say what's on my mind and I won't let anyone, give me shit for it. It's that simple, bro. You know? Forcefully implant thoughts in your mind. I cannot do this thing? Yes, I can. No, that's bullshit. Who the fuck would even say that, bro? I can do this. Because I'm like this. I have this I have this trait, and I have this and this, and this will help me actually achieve this thing that I'm just not convinced that I cannot do. Just forcefully implant that belief in your mind that you can do it, that you are actually who you want to be. If you want to be a successful man, forcefully implant the belief in your mind that you are successful. Not the belief that you are going to be successful, that you are already successful. That right now, I'm already successful. I already have large audience on YouTube. I already make good content, bro. I don't have doubts. I don't have these limited. I used to have these limited beliefs, right? That my content was not good enough. That's essentially why I stopped posting for 7 months. But then I came back and after all this time in which I've made so much progress, I realized, bro, yes I can. It's not that fucking hard, bro. I just put up the fucking camera and I talk to it. Destroy the limited beliefs in your mind and forcefully implant good ones. Forcefully implant beliefs in your mind which will serve you well. What you think and what you believe about yourself and about the world around you dictates everything in your life. Everything. Every action that you make is based on what you think here. And if you don't have the right belief in your mind, the right mindset, you're gonna fuck up. Just as I have. So that's why you learn. That's why I'm here, bro. Yeah, man. Hope you got some knowledge out of this, bro. See ya.